Hey, AP Lang people. Good morning or afternoon, depending on when you're viewing on this. Today I am being helped by Captain. He is too taking a nap, not being super helpful. But I want to go over today a couple things, including some updates on the AP test and the work that is due today on Tuesday, March 24th. So, first, updates on the AP exam. You'll see I posted in the stream that the AP test is still happening, which is good news. It means that you'll still be able to get the college credit if you do well on the test, and you'll still get to get the payoff from all that hard work we've been putting in. There are a couple of changes about it though. So if you'll click on that link, where I'll go right now, you'll see something helpful, which is these free AP review classes coming up. I'm going to scroll down to the AP review classes for English language. They start on March 25th, which is tomorrow. I don't know what these are going to look like. I don't know who's doing them. I don't know how to get access to them yet. I'm waiting on emails for that, and I will let you know. Please note that they're in the afternoon. They're from 3 to 3:45, and you will, of course, get credit for going to them. So look out for announcements on that. Here's some learning. I'm learning that instead of there being multiple choice, there might not be any multiple choice. That's a might. I don't know for sure. And I'm also learning that there might only be one essay. My guess is that, so we know there are three essays, right? There's the rhetorical analysis, there's the synthesis where they give you sources for the argument, and then there's the argument just from your brain. We're working on that third one, the argument from your brain right now. If I had to guess, the essay is probably going to be the first one, the rhetorical analysis one. And when I look at these three coaching sessions here, these are all about rhetorical analysis. So if I had to guess, my guess is that the AP test is going to be on your computer at home or on your phone, or you can write it by hand. And my guess is that they're going to give you a passage and ask you to write a rhetorical analysis essay, and that might be the whole thing. So look for updates on that. But I think that puts us in a good position because we've been working on that essay a bunch. So so I think it'll be super helpful for us that we only have to do the one essay. It'll probably increase our chances of getting a higher score because they won't have to do that rapid fire multiple choice. So I think that's good news. But definitely please look for updates for these three sessions because I really want you guys to go to those to get ready. The other thing is I'm learning that the College Board will try to provide technology if you don't have technology. So I put a link here, right here, which is a survey that the College Board sent out. So I would ask you to, if you, yeah, this is just if you need mobile tools and connectivity. So if you do not have Wi-Fi in your home or you do not have a computer, you should fill this out. So if you need to fill out the survey, it's linked right here. Go ahead and pause me right now and fill out that survey. Okay. If you did not pause me there, that means we're ready to go and we'll talk about today's assignment. So look, we've been talking about money and the way money affects people. And I think, right now, if we look at, oh, do I have my phone? I don't have my phone. I would show you the picture. Um, Maybe I'll try to upload it. I went into a grocery store yesterday and they were selling the masks, right? These face masks. They were selling seven of them for $15. And if we think about how money affects people and how people are affected by money, I think that's like a really powerful message, right? Of people we call it price gouging. So it's something to keep in mind as you write this essay. The assignment for today looks like this. It's called Argument Essay Outline. And so I'll just remind you how the argument essay works. With the argument essay, you know that they're just going to give you an idea or a quote and you have to write about it. They're not going to give you sources. They're not going to give you an essay to read ahead of time. And you have to use CHELPS, which we've talked about before. I'm going to open up the CHELPS thing here. Here it is, current events, history, experience, literature, pop culture, science, or sports. You're going to use anything you know about those topics to help you answer the question. So let's look at the question that you're going to answer over the next about week. And I'm going to coach you through step by step through this essay. Today we're just starting the outline. That's the whole goal of today's lesson. Irish statesman and philosopher Edmund Burke, 1729 to 1797, famously said, "If we command our wealth, we shall be rich and free. If our wealth commands us, we are poor indeed." Your job is to write an essay that argues your position on how money affects individuals in society. Now, if you wanted to turn this statement into a question, the question is, how does money affect individuals? How does money affect society? You could answer this in a variety of ways, right? You could say, well, money has a positive effect on society. You could say money has a negative effect on society. You could do something a bit more complex where you could say, a little bit of both. And I'm going to model for you writing a thesis. So this is your first step today. You probably did this for homework yesterday, but even if you did, maybe you want to play with it again. So I'm going to try to write a little more of a complex thesis. I'm going to start on the one hand, money is necessary to sustain global markets. In fact, money is the basis, for all, let's say all advanced global economies. On the other hand, money can drive people to greed and, let's say, distasteful acts, in the pursuit of wealth. In total, money has a negative effect on human nature and corrupts the better judgment of humanity. So notice what I've done here. This thesis is 3 sentences long. You are allowed to write a thesis that is more than one sentence. It's almost like if you looked at this, you would get the idea that my essay is probably going to argue that there are some necessary functions for money, but then on the other hand, it can make people greedy. And then I'm going to summarize by saying that, like, in total, it corrupts people and ruins people's judgment. So what I'm going to ask you to do right now is to think about what your thesis is going to be. You can take the thesis you wrote yesterday and recycle that. You could write a new thesis. You could write a more complex thesis. But right here where it says thesis, please pause me and go ahead and write in your thesis. Okay. I'm going to assume that you paused me and that you're back. The next thing to do is to think about the claims or topic sentences that we're going to write. So I'm even just for my own sake, I'm going to highlight like the main part of my thesis, and you can do this too. And I'm going to write here my first topic sentence or my first claim. This for right now, by the way, really can be basic. So my first claim could be that, let's just say money, that's bold, I don't like it. Money makes people greedy. All right. My second claim might be that money clouds people's judgment / causes them to do things that are not wise. And my third could be money makes people forget the importance of human interaction / makes people less human. Now, you'll note here I say one of the claims may be a counterclaim or an opposing argument. So I could replace one of these three, or I could add in a third. Let's say I'll call this counterclaim. And this would be like another paragraph. And maybe my counterclaim is that money can be used to improve people's lives. And I'm even going to put a little bit of like an objection here, but at what cost? Okay, so I feel good about this outline. Really what you want to make sure you have is your thesis and at least 3 claims. One of those claims can be a counterclaim. And if you want to add more, I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of claims here. You can add more. So why don't you go ahead now and think about writing down 3 topic sentences, 3 reasons to support your thesis. You can pause me and then come back once you've gotten down at least 3 topic sentences or claims. Okay, I'm going to assume that you have unpaused me and that your outline now looks kind of like this, what I have here. So the last thing for today is to look at this evidence chart down here. Fill in the evidence chart below with possible evidence to support your thesis and claims / topic sentences. So you should look back at the assignment from yesterday, the 23rd, to find possible evidence sources. You can also use evidence we did not discuss or study in class. So if you have other ideas for literature, for whatever, history, personal experience that help support your thesis, by all means, you should jot them down here. This can just be quick notes. These do not need to be full sentences. Once, though, you've gotten that chart done, you have your thesis, you have at least 3 claims, you are done for today, and we'll come back tomorrow and look at filling in this outline more. As always, please email me if you have questions, and I hope that this goes smoothly. All right, I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. Stay safe. Bye.